I can't believe this. I just found something that I've never found before. Two right sides, literally right on top of each other. One of them looks fresh. The other one's been sitting for a couple years. I'm on a city park area, pretty good sized area. I just seen some boot tracks like, I don't know, 75 yards that way from probably a couple days ago. Another set from probably today, like quarter mile that way. This is a city park area with, I don't think it's getting walked as hard because there's not as many deer in here as I was hoping. This is my first time here. Doesn't, you know, no hunting pressure other than probably the sharpshooters probably thin this herd out, because I've been seeing a ton of old rubs from probably like 4 or 5 years ago that are scarred, healed over on the buckthorn and stuff in here. I've seen a couple fresh rubs, but not nearly the sign as some of those other areas I've been that have been just getting pounded by other people. But I'm really surprised to find something old in here, and this one, they both could be old. Like I said, I've never been here before. As soon as I start to get to some of this red dogwood, boom, right here. And I was walking for about an hour that way, and then I seen that there was more cattails over here, so I came over here, and I'm just kind of heading up like this. I just glanced over and I see it sitting there at the base of that red dogwood, and then boom, right underneath it's the other one. I cannot believe that. Nah, they're both old probably. I've been seeing quite a few coyote tracks, and surprisingly a lot of turkeys, like a ton of turkey tracks, and I've seen a couple toms over there, a bunch of young ones. So there's plenty of food in here for them coyotes. I know coyotes, you know, drag and move sheds around, you know, occasionally. And it looks like the tops of these points are chewed on a little bit. Not by squirrels, but probably from coyotes. But that one you can see has been laying there. Probably got hung up in there or something. And get a picture of this. That is crazy. Right there's the turkey track. All right, here we go. Yeah, definitely old. No wax on there and some green. Obviously, probably just a year old on that one, but this one, man, this is probably like, I don't know, definitely more than 2, probably like closer to 3, 4, maybe even 5 years it's been sitting here. Pretty good buck too. A little bit chewed on by squirrels, but this being lowland down here, there's not many squirrels. Wow. Pretty interesting. I'll tell you what, there's not this many bucks in here anymore from what I've seen, an hour of walking around in here, but there's definitely some. And all the walking around I've done so far, probably like 2 miles, I've only seen like one rub that I would say was made by maybe a buck this big or bigger, like a 3-year-old or bigger, because the height of the rub and everything. A lot of the rubs I've been seeing are kind of lower to the ground, off of like 2-year-old bucks and probably 1.5 years, most likely 1.5 years. That is crazy. Man, I just came up on another one. This is like right on this point coming out into these cattails. Could be old too. Oh no, that's fresh. Huh. There definitely could be more deer in here than I originally thought. I'm starting to get deeper in now. I just jumped up 3 deer. They were like right over there by that bigger willow. And I ran that way. And it was at least a 10-pointer with 2 other antlerless deer, most likely bucks. This could have been one of them. Just a solid 1.5-year-old right here. Oh, all chewed up again by the coyotes. This is probably not where it fell. That's 100% coyote chew marks. Like I said earlier, I've been seeing a ton of coyotes tracks in here. But yeah, that bigger buck I just saw is at least a 3-year-old. I don't know, I didn't get the best look, but it was definitely nice. Well, I just came about another old one out here in one of these city parks. Can't believe these areas are not getting walked as much as what I thought. The sharpshooters, I found their bait pile and ladder stand out here. Really good deer sign, but I haven't jumped up a single deer. I take that back, I might have jumped one. I might have heard one get up. Didn't see it though. But yeah, a ton of deer sign out here. I've hardly seen any fresh deer tracks in the snow that's left. I mean, I've seen some deer tracks, but you know, it looks like most of the deer are already cleaned out of here. Just camp on an old one. I'm just beelining it back to the car. It's getting dark out. I still got about a quarter mile left. About a 200-acre area surrounded by development. Well, I was walking just right over there. Kind of found a deer trail heading back to where I was going. And I just noticed this little high ground spot. So I just looped over here quick. And I immediately saw some beds right here, like fresh beds. A lot fresher than what I've been seeing out there closer to the sharpshooter setup. And I look up and right there, old one. That's got to be at least 2 years old. It's weird how it's sitting right on top of the grass. Again, coyote chew marks on this one. I don't know if I can get it to focus. But I've been seeing quite a few coyote tracks in here too. They should be doing some coyote control too. But yeah, it sucks they're lower in the population in a lot of these spots. The spot I was at yesterday, I don't think there's any sharpshooters there this year, but this spot definitely seen my first ever sharpshooter setup. Kind of sucks. Really sucks, actually. But yeah, this is like a little bedding mound. It's been here for years. They've been bedding here. Just give it a close look. Right here's some fresh beds. Can't believe there's old sheds out here. I mean, there's literally a human walking trail like right over there by that high ground where those trees are. Some of these city park areas get pounded. Some of them, I guess, aren't getting hit as hard as I thought. Well, me and Cole are out here this morning. This is a city park area that we've done pretty good in the past. Surprisingly, there's like 100 acres of standing corn here. I mean, there's just like deer trails cutting through this corn in this shorter spot here. If we can't find anything today, that's gonna suck. We plan on walking most of the day here. Just camp on a super old shed in here. We're probably, I don't know, maybe 3/4 mile from the cornfield out there. Across the river down in here. And this is the area I've typically found them. Over there, it always gets walked really hard by people. Like I said, this is the first year there's been a significant food source here with that standing corn. I was really amazed to see that. I didn't even know it was there, but basically probably 100 yards that way, I found that old 5-point last year in here off of, I actually found his fresh shed the year prior, another 80 yards over. But it's always good to find old sheds, that's for sure. Gives you a little bit more confidence where you're walking. I mean, looking at the phone screen here, I can't even see it, but it's a little bit more obvious in real life, but still blends in amazingly well. I literally just picked the right spot to walk through here. I was gonna follow the river over there, but I cut in here because I started seeing a couple minor deer beds. This is all like early season bedding, I think, but I mean, they must be bedding in here a little bit late season for them to drop here. And right here's when I first seen it. Man, this kind of looks, let me get a picture of that. That's pretty cool. I really think this is a shed off of the same buck that I found the 2 other sheds. Like I just said, 100 yards that way and another 80 yards that way. This is got the same curl. I'll have to get home and compare. Base looks exactly the same. That weird, not quite a circle. Pretty sure this is off that same buck. So obviously that buck liked bedding in this area because he dropped 3 sheds here. This has got to be from him. Just a heavy 4-point like this. This is probably the year before the other 2 sheds I have off of him. Wow. Hey, Cole. Yeah. Just found a shed over here. Really? We've been split up for, I don't know, the last... So there's this pretty heavy deer trail right here. And then right along the river over there, the river just drops off. There's another really heavy deer trail that's on that transition between the hardwoods and the river. And I was following that for like 30 yards. I'd cut through some of this thick stuff. I got in that heavy trail for like 30 yards. And I'm like, why am I following that? There's probably gonna be nothing on here. So then I cut back into this thicker tangle here. And 20 yards later, I found the shed. So in between this heavy trail and that heavy trail, there was a shed laying there for years. Any shed hunter that comes through here is most likely going to walk on this trail or on that trail and not go through the areas where there's no deer trail. So if you want to find sheds, get off of the deer trails. Don't even just ignore them. I mean, if you're in a good enough area where deer are at, there should be sheds on the ground, and a lot of times they're not on the trails. No freaking way. Oh my God. This is not staged. That was a real, oh my God. I seen this. This is like the craziest thing that's ever happened. So we're working over here at this new development. There's like a bunch of really big homes, and this is a golf course land I'm on right now. And the house we're building is just right over this hill. And as I was at lunch break, sitting in my vehicle, I see a shedded buck run up along this tree line right here. And he took off down this fairway right here towards this other woods, which is owned by the golf course as well. I would assume this is him, right? This the one I just found. Anyways, so I just basically, done with work, just walked into where he came from. It's like a little 1 acre thick woods. And nothing much really, and then it drops off, and then there's a bunch of new houses down there. I walk over there, and the snow has drifted in there really, really deep, so there's still some snow in there. I see some fresh boot tracks from like a surveyor or something. They pounded a couple stakes in the ground. I assume that buck was bedded right up there in the south-facing sunlight, because there is a lot of melted areas in there too. This is my first ever hanger. I was just on Facebook last night and seen a couple other people that had posted like that they found their first hanger, but this is truly my first ever hanger. I just walked through there, coming down here. Man, I'll just show you, this is crazy. So going this way, it's a lot of golf course. I just checked out this tiny little corner here. I didn't even walk into that much. There's a lot of burdocks in there. Coming up like this, not really seeing a whole lot of sign, and I glance over and I see antler right there. I'm walking up like this, just focused on that one, and then I pulled out my phone right here and started videoing, and boom, you see it. You see the other one right here. Wow, That is unbelievable. I walked 12 miles Sunday and found that one old one with Cole in some really good deer sign areas, but I think other people have definitely beat me to some of them this year. And look at this rub right here. Definitely probably from this buck. It doesn't seem like there's a ton of deer around here, but who knows? I haven't been in the woods yet down there. Right and a left. Yeah, this is the same buck. Oh my God, right in the scrape too. See this fresh scrape? Holy crap, that has got to be from like within the last couple days, if not even last night, because that most likely that buck, this is the buck I saw today on lunch, run down the hill, and he was butted right over there today. And he got up around midday and was most likely pushed out of the area by someone, like I said. Holy crap, he's still even got some shavings on his bases. It's hard to say what he was doing here. Most likely, maybe he shook it off and it landed in the tree, or he tore it off when he was in the tree, because this is pretty fresh, but not super fresh. Maybe he was trying to rub this. I don't know. This is unbelievable. I'm gonna get some pictures. First ever hanger. Can't believe it. Here we go. Pretty decent buck. Probably a really nice 2-year-old, or just like an average 3-year-old. Hard to say. Man, it's like I don't even want to touch it. I didn't see that one right away because, like, normally, you know, sheds are on the ground, so I'm not used to finding them off the ground like this. Wow. I'd really like to know how fresh that really is, but I'll never truly know. But it literally could have been from last night. And literally seeing that buck is the only reason what brought me over here. I've been going to other places in the area with definitely more land. This is just like a little 10-acre woods, and this golf course here doesn't really own anything else surrounding. This is all fields. Across the road over there is all public. I walked into some of that, probably a week ago. Very little deer sign over there. That's public that you can actually hunt. So just like a normal public hunting ground. It's not like a city park full of deer, but you can see he probably got pushed over here by other people or something. I don't know. Crazy. He's not being hunted here. This is crazy. Just camp on a super old shed. I'm on this same area that I was last week, where I was finding these old sheds on this city park. They got trails through here, you know, and all the people just stay on the walking trails, and it literally says, do not leave trails, no pets. Road's right there. I just got in here. Shed's been laying here for probably 5 years. I was walking like right about here when I seen it, kind of heading this way. Just glanced over quick. It just caught my eye. Barely. Oh my God, not even worth keeping, really. Wow, that's old. I think I'm gonna leave this one here probably. And if I don't find anything else tonight, I might pick it up on the way out, but we'll see. There's a house right there. Probably has been moved around a little bit by squirrels and critters, but couldn't have been moved too far. Who knows?